Hello, you're watching AvenueX and Happy New Year. This is the first video of 2025 on the channel AvenueX, so what could be better than to sum up 2024? 2024 Chinese drama land was pretty bad. This is the worst year ever since I started my channel in 2017 March. If you happen to be one of those people who subscribed early on and never somehow deleted me from your list, and somehow YouTube is still pushing my video to you, which would be unthinkable. But let's say if you are one of those veterans, and if you've been following Chinese drama really closely since then to now, I think it's pretty obvious that last year wasn't that good. I really looked through everything I've watched last year, and I honestly couldn't make a list of 10 dramas that would all qualify to represent the best qualities of dramas China can produce, potentially. So today I'm gonna only talk about 5 Chinese dramas. Compared to each other, they're very different. They can represent a type of drama or genre. And then I'll have 5 more that are not ranked, I think still worth watching, but they each have, in my opinion, quite significant flaws. Now, before I go into talk about the 5 dramas that I would pick to be my favorite of 2024, I would first have to get something out of the way, setting up the boundaries. First, I only count dramas that have started airing from this year. For example, Shanghai Blossom, 繁花, that drama actually started airing at the end of 2023, December. It aired into January this year, but I would still count it as a 2023 drama. Also, I haven't personally watched as many dramas, I'd say, in 2024, so my pool of selection in its number would be smaller than before. I also didn't have time to watch dramas in Chinese but not produced in mainland China, such as Hong Kong and Taiwan and other regions. I am aware of them, but I haven't had time to fully go through them, so I don't think it's fair for me to add them in. So these are all conditions attached to me making my favorite drama of Chinese drama land of 2024 video. I'm just gonna start with my favorite. Number 1, best Chinese drama of 2024. The September the 10th aired on Teacher's Day aired Tencent drama 山花烂漫诗 She and Her Girls. It is a story of a real headmistress who is still working today in China, in Yunnan province, famous for starting all-girls free high school, and she started her enterprise early 2000s, and she got awarded to the highest level possible within Communist Party of China, and she's a everybody knows name now in China. And I've made a video talking about the specifics of this drama. Everything considered, this really can, I think, for many Chinese drama watchers, end up on the top of their list. And it mostly comes down to first being authentic to the real person that the drama is portraying in real life, writing the script that reflects what actually happened, and then depicting the spirit of these people in this very warm, filled with optimism and courage way. No matter how difficult the situation is, you feel that energy is always in the drama, and then it's filled with laughter, although it's looking at very dire situations most of the time. And it's just such a well-balanced story of giving you believable, lovable, great characters, great performances, at the same time really respecting the reality that the story is depicting. It gets the highest score, I believe, among all the Chinese dramas that have aired this year on Douban. And I'm pretty sure Song Jia, the leading actress, is gonna get a major or maybe multiple major acting awards year or two to come, depending on which awards she attends. If you still haven't tried out this drama, I would highly recommend you seek it out. It may not look as pretty as all those romantic or metropolis pretty people or period drama, really well dressed and it's a feast for eyes drama, but the spirit of it, the acting of it will immediately contagiously affect you and make you feel life is worth living. It literally gives you that energy. If there's only one thing I would say I wish this drama could do even better, it would be putting more effort into thinking about it as a visual production, giving it a very distinctive visual storytelling style. Personally, I wasn't a fan of how they grade the color. The visual of it could be improved on, but then in comparison to everything else this drama has achieved, I don't think that is that important. Dramas are watched on very different screens and consumed under very different circumstances than movies. So in many ways, it is true that those technicality of a drama making may not matter as much to dramas as it matters to cinema. Right now, it's just like a 99% perfect type of situation, which is still the best Chinese drama of 2024. Number 2 on AvenueX's list of 2024 best Chinese drama, Strange Tales of Tang Dynasty Season 2, 唐朝诡事录. 之西行, Journey to the West. That's the full title. And I think the biggest reason I would want to rank it as number 2 is because being a second season of a franchise that is a detective drama at the core is such a difficult task. This year we have multiple second season crime dramas, whether it's contemporary or period, that got aired in China that either failed completely or performed mediocrely or didn't perform too badly but then still left a lot to be desired, including 百夜追凶 second season Day and Night, which is a complete flop, including Detective Chinatown, the television version second season. Yeah, did you still remember? It literally happened in 2024, but when I was looking at everything, I was like almost forgot about its existence, although I've watched it. Obviously, you also have just wrapped 猎罪图鉴 Under the Skin season 2. Didn't perform too badly, but a lot of problems. If I get time, I'll make a specific video about all the problems I have with that drama. It is hard to write good detective case-breaking dramas. It is harder to establish an IP and try to make a second season or even more on the same IP, and we've seen that. In that case, when you think about Strange Tales of Tang Dynasty, it almost exists as a unique species that doesn't have any relatives in the dramaland, and it's so lucky and it's so precious, and its sustained quality compared to its predecessor, its own season 1 and other crime dramas we've seen in 2024, it deserves a position quite high on the list. And if in 2025 we shall be so lucky to get a third season that's also of similar quality of season 1 and 2, then we can say this IP becomes a true unique existence in Chinese dramaland that honestly may never be copied by anybody else. Number 3, 九重子 Blossom. Didn't imagine I'd say this a month ago before this drama aired, and just after another really successful idol period drama from the same platform, Tencent, 永夜星河. This is a 34 episodes period idol drama that's based on an IP novel. It is situated in Ming Dynasty, although not specific. It's kind of mixing different emperors' time. And it does involve a level of court politics, same old thing of Chinese period dramas all the time. If you really want to scrutinize the level of politics that's being described in this drama, it is still on a very naive and idealistic side and nowhere near the severity of anything in reality. But compared to pretty much every other period idol drama I've seen in 2024, and even maybe including a couple of years before that, it's already doing a better job. When I think about a watchable, normal, enjoyable, dramatically interesting and hooking idol period drama, I really cannot think of many these days. So this one stands out like a crane among chickens. And I remember at the end of 2023, when A Journey to Love happened, I said, this is like a normal idol period drama. If you consider storytelling quality, it's nothing outstanding, but it's what you expect from this type of drama. Many years ago in Chinese dramaland, almost every drama would have that level of quality, yet somehow it just disappeared from our world and everything becomes unwatchable. So 九重子 is another such drama where, using very old standard of Chinese dramaland, for example 2 decades ago, this is just a normal, watchable, story flows nicely, characters are consistent, it makes sense, and it's well-timed and paced and directed type of nothing impressive and new and unseen drama. And if you compare it to Journey to Love, the one thing that this drama did better is it didn't crash the ending. It did have 2 episodes that are concentrated not on the leading characters. It's kind of trying to get rid of all the whatever nepotism people in the drama that needs to show up, yet we don't want to watch their storyline. It kind of just crammed them into those 2 episodes, and the rest still are left for the main characters, and the ending is still well carried out. And it's because the rest of idol period dramas barely performs at all. So filled with traffic actors, with platforms trying to play their whatever capital game with it. Not really content creation, but for whatever IPO reasons and money laundering and I don't know, like a million other things outside of actually trying to tell a good story. This is the genre of Chinese drama that got infected by diseases most heavily to the point that nothing is watchable. So among all those unwatchable ones, 九重子 just becomes so good. And I think in many ways because it was a production mainly still done by the scriptwriter, the director, and not so hot, therefore having not that much say in the whole thing, leading actors coming together, just doing this drama, the less you manipulate with the thing, it came out better. Do you think platforms will learn from this? I doubt. That's the pessimistic part of AvenueX saying is, even though you can see the success of this drama happening at the very end of the year, as soon as capital, as money, realized that there might be a potential to milk anything from this IP or this type of IP, they're gonna try to get their hands on the thing. And once they do that, it destroys what makes this drama successful. So I would say if you really like Blossom, definitely enjoy and watch it, but then don't put too much hope in the fact that you're gonna get Blossom too, like as a drama itself, but also similar things done in the same way by the same platform. This director, Zeng Qingjie, who has done many short dramas before with Mango and then Tencent, and now did this relatively long drama, he's working on another one right now with the leads being Zhang Linhe and Tian Xiwei that I mentioned recently. And already epic dramas has been going on in their production. Now, I'm not going to go into details about how many bad things have happened because this is not really a gossip video, but I did notice like really bad things going on when they just started shooting. Whether the one that he's working on is gonna have the same success as Blossom is really nothing you can vouch for at this point. And then if it doesn't succeed, well, it just means Zeng Qingjie is Du Jie, all the idol fantasy drama main characters deal with. I really hope this director can survive the current production, but if it didn't turn out to be as good as it could be, you probably shouldn't be blaming him. Number 4, a 36 episodes period drama, 天行健 Heroes. It is on Tencent, but it also airs on other platforms made by Linhe, which is that company that did Ultimate Note. They do kind of occasionally show up and do something really good. This is one of those dramas. This drama came out in May. It was just solo profile that nobody knows about it when it was shooting. Then when I was watching the drama, I actually constantly had problems with certain characters and their plotline. Now this drama is mainly 3 male characters plus 1. You can say there are 4, but it's more like 3 plus 1 because one of them kind of didn't come into the story and become important until very late. Then you have a couple of girls, so you can say that it is multiple line lead characters trying to use them as mirrors to reflect different aspects of a very turbulent time in China's history. On the surface, it's a treasure hunt story of multiple people trying to find the same thing. On the other hand, it is talking about revolution. It's about the end of an era, imperial ruling of China and the invasion from the West and the complete mess of a society at that point of time, and people from different levels of the society with different education background, different ethnic background, and different personal motivations all get rammed into each other. I went in just because I want to check out a couple of people's acting, and then guess what? While I was complaining about parts of the drama, I kept watching and got really impressed. What are the good things about this drama that are almost not seen at all these days in Chinese drama then? Which is actually it picked a real historical time, and then it gave it real, very heavyweight, very well thought of, well written and daring commentary through the character's mouth. These days, most of the period dramas you see in Chinese dramaland are idol romantic, idol fantasy, completely fictional setting, time travel, book travel, game travel. It's completely lifted from reality. Hardly anybody has a real historical name in a period drama anymore. People just avoid talking about real history, where this drama just takes it head on, and it takes it the hardest part of Chinese history in modern or close to modern time that you can think of, and it's so painful a period of time on the collective consciousness of Chinese people. Therefore, almost nobody in 2020s want to even touch the era. And yet this production company and this producer, who's very well known, took it head on, and they did such a good job. I still remember episode 30, 15 minutes long conversation scene between 2 main characters on the riverbank. The best long monologue scene I've seen last year in the entirety of Chinese dramaland. I just didn't believe it could show up in such a drama that got no promotion and still till today didn't get that many views. But if you go on Douban and look at its score, it's ridiculously high for a good reason. And people recognize this drama is not perfect. Like the male second, male third actors not really doing that good a job. And then some of the characters are written in such an annoying way that it could be so much more improved. And if you go and watch it, don't expect masterpieces of every second. Sometimes even the camera work is gonna annoy you. It has this weird, constantly moving the camera in this way shot that in so many things that happen for no reason. And I hated it a lot. But didn't affect me putting this drama on my favorite Chinese drama list of 2024 because the things it did well is just so beyond my expectation. I really want to see actually a specific drama just on Qing Junjie's world. I'd be more than happy, willing to pay money to watch it. And if people don't know, he's actually from south of China. He's not a northerner, yet he speaks perfect Mandarin line delivery, and he plays a Beijinger, like a Mandarin Beijinger, at the end of Qing Dynasty's ruling. And if you're completely Chinese by ear literate, you will never be able to guess, like he's a southerner. His lines are perfectly northern situated and clear and beautifully done. That's what I call a proper actor. And unfortunately, this type of actors in Chinese dramaland of his age range these days are just hardly existing, and we have people who cannot even utter a line fluently in their supposedly mother tongue, playing major roles and feeling really good about themselves. You know what I'm talking about right now, right? This industry needs to get reborn because it needs to give opportunities to people like Qin Junjie who really know how to do a proper job, do their proper job, instead of just giving things to not even amateurs. They have no respect for the profession, so they shouldn't be given the opportunity to even do it. I start ranting. This is supposed to be positive and the best dramas of 2024. Now, the fifth one that I'm going to mention in detail is the hardest one to pick because I have then the rest of a list of like 6 dramas to pick from. Which do I put at the 5th? So I would admit I picked this one because it's the most unique one. It's completely different from the first 4, and then it's also completely different from every other thing you can think of that has shown up in 2024. I would say even personally, when I was watching it, I have clear problems with certain parts of the drama, but because it is still so unique, so I put it there. That will be the 8-episode short contemporary drama, 我的阿勒泰 To The Wonder, based on the essay collection from a very famous Chinese female author who's been writing a lot of books in the past 2 decades. She lives in Xinjiang, but she's a Han ethnic person, and she has a very unique way of looking at the world. From iQIYI, also aired in May, I think only 1 day before 天行健. The most noticeable thing, right off the bat, it's actually shot in Xinjiang. And its epic landscape, mountains, trees, snow, endless grassland, just the impressive beauty of nature is gonna hook you there and make you stay. It's telling stories in more like an essay way than a drama way. I got more impressed by Mother Ma Yili, actress playing the mother role, her character, performance, and her story. It also includes a lot of actors you will never see and almost never have seen in other productions because it's talking about that region of China. You have a lot of authentically ethnic minority actors, actors, and also not actors, local people who are featured in the story speaking their own language that's not Mandarin. Gives this drama that vibe that is different from every other drama that has aired in 2024. An unique occurrence in space-time continuum that probably will never be copied again. And overall, actually pretty high production standard and quality. I think this drama deserves a place. And if you haven't watched this drama, I would recommend you get it in the highest resolution, Dolby Vision, whatever version. Take a look at it. Even if you just watch it as a human and natural landscape documentary, it is impressively beautiful. So these are the 5 dramas I put on my favorite best Chinese dramas of 2024. And I don't think they're repeating anyway in genre, in the reason why they get on the list. So would be representing the widest range of possibilities, right? Among all the dramas I have watched, oh God, there's so many conditions. Now, if I have to say, what are the rest that I didn't rank and didn't put in the first 5? That would include close to the end of the year finished airing mango drama, Romance in the Alley, 小巷人家, brilliant performances from the older actors, particularly Yan Ni and Jiang Xing. The younger actors, Guan Xiaotong and Wang Anyu, did a pretty good job. The problem mainly comes from Fan Chengcheng and Lu Yuxiao's acting, and that are often very confusing, honestly speaking. Also, this drama supposedly is set in Suzhou, which is where my mother comes from, so I'm very aware of what it's like there. Yet, because it's shot by a production company that's made by the northern people in China, they literally had no idea about what are the normal food of Suzhou people daily. So it gets really funny when you see mantou being eaten as normal daily food by Suzhou people. Never happens. My mother and I'm like, that's not... You can't even find mantou being sold on the street randomly in Suzhou. You have to like search for it. Anyway, it's a good drama. I didn't put it on a list for that reason, and also because it's normal. It's so common to have the 70s, 80s setting drama these days. We've seen too many. It's not that different from every other 中午阳光 drama of that time era. It's not unique enough and special enough. That's why it's not on the list, but it's definitely watchable. And if you want to watch great performances from Yan Ni and Jiang Xing, oh, go and watch this drama. Another drama that is not on my first 5, but still is a good drama. Early this year, March, 追风者, War of Faith, Wang Yibo. Compared to everything he's done before, he actually feels like a real character in this drama. And compared to every other 民国 setting espionage drama we've seen in 2024, this one definitely comes out on top. What would downgrade this drama for me is, again, this genre and this type of drama is too normal for Chinese drama land, nothing new. Another thing is, towards the end, it starts to rush a lot. I feel like a lot of things got cut out for some reason and move on way too quickly. Things didn't get set up and it just suddenly happened. That's another reason why it has significant flaw for me. Another drama that I didn't put on first 5, but definitely, you know, 永夜星河, Love Gaming Eastern Fantasy, one before 九重子 on Tencent. That kind of exploded too. Compared to other idol fantasy period drama, this is the best performing one for sure, and it gave 丁禹兮 第二春, the second spring after Tiger and Rose, and then also Yu Shuxing's kind of second spring after Fairy and Devil. Tencent this year probably did best among all the platforms. Again, the reason to not list it as the best dramas for me is too common, too normal. We've seen Fairy and Devil and many other idol fantasy dramas that are essentially the same thing. And also, it's just too young and too naive, okay, for me. It is a little bit 宝宝, it is a little bit kiddo, and it's completely lifted from reality. It's a fantasy, so there's no reference frame and no real teeth of the story. The struggles, the pain, the happiness of the characters, yes, you can to a degree sort of go with their story, but it wouldn't go deep inside you. It just provides a more superficial type of enjoyment. Within its genre, idol fantasy drama, it is the best one for sure this year. I would also quickly mention a drama that probably wouldn't end up on many people's best drama list. Part of it was impressive, which is 新生, the drama led by Jin Boran and Zhou Yiran. It definitely crashed. Last 2 episodes was like, what the heck? Every cool thing you've done for the drama in the beginning kind of got cancelled out by your own doing. But then for the couple of episodes in the beginning, Jin Boran's performance, the way they control the pacing, the con man, how he coaxes everybody into that plan, and then the thirst trap gay relationship, right? That didn't get really pointed out, but everybody see like what they're trying to do. I didn't expect Chinese dramas would do it, and they did it and did it really, really well. And even overall tone and look of the drama veers more towards what you expect from Netflix production internationally instead of a Chinese drama look. So for that, I think it's quite unique. If they follow the actual original novel, it would be so much better, but unfortunately, maybe it's censorship or whatever. Then the last one, I would say, I didn't put on the list, but I enjoyed watching and I would recommend to you would be The First Shot. 血迷宫, led by Huang Jingyu and Wang Ziqi, also involves Xie Keying and a couple of other people, and Zhang Yu. I have very little complaint about this drama. It's actually overall very enjoyable as a police drama. Honestly, I ship Huang Jingyu and Wang Ziqi. They really work out a great chemistry, okay? And the reason I didn't put it on the list is, again, this is very normal a drama. This type of anti-drug police drama set in the 90s, something, is so frequently showing up in Chinese dramas these days. And then if you look at the story itself, it also doesn't have anything that stand out as I haven't seen this before. It's a really different take on the genre compared to everything else. So uniqueness wise, not really anything. Also, the biggest problem is the definitive male lead character played by Huang Jingyu is the weakest actor. You would want, ideally, your definitely number 1 lead is the number 1 lead. Like, for example, Heroes, 天行健, clearly Qin Junjie. If it wasn't for him being the anchor of that narrative, then I wouldn't put the drama on my first 5 list. So these are in total 10 dramas, but then only the first 5 I rank them, and then the rest is just like, you can go and watch it, enjoy it, but do know they each have significant flaws in my opinion. It was a bad year. Let's be honest, 2024 was particularly bad for Chinese dramas. It's also particularly bad for cinema too. Like one of the worst years we've had in recent 10 years, something like that. So it's bad for everything. If 2025 in any way performs better than 2024, you can already consider that as a success. So in that way, it's actually good for 2025 because the bottom has been dropped to the absolute bottom. That from now on, I guess just everywhere is only the way up. That should be my summarizing video of 2024 Chinese drama land in terms of its good stuff. What are the dramas you liked? Let me know in the comment section. I haven't watched every drama released last year. That was impossible. There's so many dramas, more dramas that I haven't watched than the ones I have watched. So I can only say among what I've seen, those are the dramas I think are good, but I do think it will inevitably overlap if you have also watched many Chinese dramas with some of your choices. It will be unthinkable if it completely misses your list. That would mean we live in two different universes, and somehow you can still watch my video. That would be even weirder. Thank you for watching AvenueX. That will be the end of this video, and Happy New Year. I hope your 2025 is gonna be a better one than 2024, everything considered. Please take care. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.